Hi, this is Krennerite. Villager trading halls are very powerful. When playing on a public server, a villager trading hall is the first thing I build. In this video, I'm going to show you how I built this base. This is a design I've used many times, and I'll explain every step along the way. So let's go back a few days ago to the start. I'm playing on lifestealsmp.com. It's a great server. Come join me if you want. The first thing you do is dig down to the bottom of the world. I don't know, because I'm not going to show you coordinates, so I don't know exactly what Y level I'm at. So I'm just going to dig down until I find bedrock, and then I'll back up just a few blocks. Alright, here we are at the bottom. I'll go up, say, 3 levels from here, just so when I'm building, I can replace the floor if I want to, or even, dig down a little bit. Alright, this'll do. Alright, now I want to find a chunk. So let's turn on chunk borders, and using F3 and G, and then mine out the front room. The front room should be 1 chunk wide, and I don't know, 10 or so blocks long. Let's close this up to be safe, and you can see I've got Fulbright on right now. I should really drop a torch and turn Fulbright off. When excavating a large area, you don't want to have Fulbright on because you'll forget to drop torches, and that could create a dangerous situation. And, there's not much to lose yet, but once we have villagers and we've done a lot of building, we really don't need a creeper appearing anywhere in our base. So you want to find the middle of the chunk and sort of dig out the beginning of the hall. I've marked the very center of the hall with these torches. I'm just going to continue to excavate the main room a little bit more. Don't you wish you could dig this fast in real life? So I'm just evening up the 2 sides here. Alright, and then what you want to do is from the center row, you want 4 blocks on each side. So the center is marked by that torch, and you want to excavate 4 blocks on either side of that block so that the total width of the hall that you're clearing out is 9 blocks. And at this early stage, I do a lot of sort of pause and measure where I just make sure I'm not making any mistakes. Carve out these little notches that'll sort of indicate where the villages are going to stand. They'll actually stand on the block in front of that notch. Do it on both sides, making sure to get it aligned right. You can tell I'm really cautious at this stage. I hate making mistakes when I'm digging out, just because it's a lot of work to fix. So I'm going to count one more time just to be absolutely sure that we're 9 blocks wide. So here's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Perfect. Okay, we're going to continue digging this back, but we also need to start the hallway. There's going to be a hallway that runs behind each villager. So just go 1 block behind and dig this out. And we'll do this on both sides the same. And now we're just going to fast forward and dig the rest of the hall out. Okay, and we are done. Alright, now we want to place some nice blocks and start making the interior walls. I'm going to use the stone cutter to make some block variants out of this cobbled deep slate. I like deep slate bricks. And so we're going to do bricks, slabs, and stairs. On lifestealsmp.com, I have netherite rank, which lets me invoke various workstation blocks like a stone cutter just with a command, which is really nice. If you don't have that rank, or you're on a server that doesn't have that feature, you're going to want to drop a stone cutter because you need to make all these block variants. All right, so place a nice block in front of every pillar and 2 on the end. And this will be between where the villages are standing. And then put a slab on these so that the villagers have a half block window they can see eye to eye with each other. And that's important because they'll pass along reputation information. So as you trade with them and they give you discounts, those discounts will pass on to their neighbor. All right, then we want to raise the ceiling here between the blocks we just put down, so this will end up being 7 blocks wide that we're going to raise by 1 block here. And you don't have to do this. This is purely just to to make the hall look good. I don't like low ceilings, so I make a nice arched ceiling. You can skip this if you're early game and digging with a stone tool perhaps, and you really don't want to waste time making it nice. You just want to get it functional. Alright, place your row of nice blocks above here, and do this on both sides. And then I want to raise the ceiling one more block between these two, so now we are 5 blocks wide, and we cut another layer. Again, this is purely to make it look nice. You can skip the step if you're not wanting to waste the time. But we were rewarded for our efforts with a couple of diamonds. That's nice to have. Alright, fill in with nice blocks the corners of what you just dug out. Alright, now we want to place upside down stairs in front of each one of these columns here. And this block is important because it prevents the villager from seeing and therefore taking an interest in a workstation block that he shouldn't. So with the design here, the villager can see his own workstation. It'll be right in front of him. And he can see a workstation if you place it to either side directly touching that block. But the workstation of his neighbor he will not be able to see. And that's important so that they don't take an interest in the wrong workstation. You know, a big part of building a trading hall is rolling the trades, and you need to make sure that there's no confusion as to what workstation your villagers are attaching to. Alright, you can see I'm building the nice little arch here, and I'm even going to go so far as to replace this last row of blocks. Alright, this looks really good. I think I want to count. I want to do exactly 12 villagers on each row, so let's do a quick count to make sure I've got the right number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I need to add one more, so I'll go ahead and do that. And then I'll show you how I do the back wall as well, because we're going to make some rooms back here for some zombies to live in. That'll do the curing for us. Well, they'll do the infecting. We'll do the curing. So once again, just showing you how you dig this out. I'm going to match the ceiling here too. And then I'll copy these blocks over. Oops. Okay, and now I want to continue to dig back a little bit. I want a block between the villager and the back wall. It looks like I needed to create more bricks. Okay, this is where the back wall will be, but I want to replace all these with nice blocks. So every block I can see, I'm going to replace. And while I do this, I'm going to create the 2 doorways that lead to the 2 little cells where our zombies will live. Like that. Alright, let's dig these rooms out now. They should be 2 blocks deep. And you want to just sort of dig all the way back and line it up with that back hallway. From here, if you dig back 4 blocks, you'll be in the corner. Perfect. Let's do the other one too. Nice. All right, that's what it should look like. Now let's go work on the front a little bit. First thing I want to do is raise the ceiling level here in the front room by 3 blocks. Again, you don't have to do this if you don't want to, but I feel really claustrophobic with that low ceiling. Okay, and I need to build out a little bit right here. And I want to replace all these bricks with bricks. As you can see, my inventory is jammed, so I brought along a couple of shulkers with what I'll need to do most of the construction here. And unfortunately, I didn't plan perfectly, so I don't have everything you need in there, but we'll make do. So building this forward a little bit. Okay, now we've got the 2 doorways showing. I really need to make a chest to drop this stuff in. Alright, that feels so much better. Alright, so I need to make some iron doors. I need 8 iron doors total. So I'll have to craft 9, and then I want to make some iron trapdoors. I'll need 4 of those. And I'll need some redstone dust, which we have from our mining. And I brought some levers along because we'll need those too. All right, so I'll show you how to set up the little double doors. You make a little vestibule in front of each one of these hallways that you could trap the zombie in if you need to, say, do some work on the back end. So you put a door there. And at this point, I realize I've made a mistake. I need 3 blocks between the last villager station and the front of this wall. So I'm just going to build everything forward 1 block more and pretend like I did make that mistake. Okay, so put the door there, and then you need to make a redstone trail to get the upper switch back to the second door. You'll need to hop up on this block here and place an upside down staircase right on this block. And the reason we do this is because we need to support the redstone trail, but we don't want this to be a full block because there's going to be a trap door next to it, and we don't want to activate that trap door when we open the iron door. So door there, trap door there, and to test it, you can see the top switch activates the inner door, and the bottom switch activates the outer door. And we'll do the same thing over here. Hop up, place the upside down stair, put the redstone trail, fill it in, door and trap door. Nice. All right, similar back here, we're going to do another double door system where there's the outside door, and then the inside door is going to be separating the hallway from the cell. So go in here and open up this area here, and I just made another mistake. You didn't want to break that block. You wanted to break the block next to it. Don't forget the lever where it belongs. All right, leave that one alone and break the next 3 blocks. Okay, place the redstone trail on that. And the door goes there. And fill it in. And I'm out of bricks again, so I'll just use tough for this last one. Alright, so this switch activates that door. And this switch activates that one. Let's put a trapdoor here. The trapdoors, of course, are to prevent the zombie from coming out even if the door is open. We'll use that when we trap them. Okay, it's zombie time. So we're going to go into this big cave that is near our base and lure a zombie back to our place. I guess I've sped it up just a little bit because it's kind of boring to watch. If a zombie picks up a block, he won't despawn. So I'm going to drop him a block for him to hold on to. And this way he won't, I won't need to name tag him. You can name tag him later if you want, but this is all that's required to keep him from despawning. So have him follow you into this hallway, and then into his little space, and we lock him in. All right, let's get zombie number 2. So not every zombie will pick up things, and I give this guy a couple of chances just in case maybe timing or AI or whatever was glitchy, but no, he's dumb, so he won't do. Let's go get someone smarter. This guy is also dumb. I'll give him a couple of chances. So in case you're new to online servers, they typically have a fairly low mob cap. Vanilla Minecraft has a mob cap of 70, which means if there are less than 70 hostile mobs within 128 blocks of the player, more mobs will spawn. And once that mob cap is met, no more mobs will spawn. On Lifesteal SMP, that number is 15, and that's up. When the server first launches, it's typically lower than that in the beginning. For example, Donut SMP, the mob cap is 1, so you only get 1 mob at a time spawning. To make it not so noticeable, they shorten or they shrink the sphere around the player in which mobs can spawn. So instead of 128 blocks, it's 64 blocks on Lifesteal SMP, and it's 54 blocks on Donut SMP. So you can see I've had some bad luck right now just getting a smart zombie. I believe this last one is smart. Yep, he picked up the block. He's our guy. So let him chase you back into the hallway. All right, excellent. Now it's zombie villager time. And zombie villagers are going to be gotten the same way as the regular villagers. I'm going to have some boats ready because when I bring them back in here, I want to put them in a boat. And yeah, this part gets boring because you've got to kill a lot of mobs. If you do the math, you need about 100 mobs for every zombie villager to spawn. So with every mob you kill, another mob will spawn. You need to find them and kill them until you find a zombie villager. all of that, look who we find. Wait, no. Don't fight the skeleton. Ah, stop it. Stop it. Alright. That's the worst thing possible to happen, is once you finally find your zombie villager, he gets killed on the way back to the base, so. Get our boat ready. Is he still following us? Yes, he is. What a beautiful, beautiful boy. Come here. Alright, enjoy your boat. Alright, let's go find you a friend. On this one, I got a lot luckier, and after only a few minutes, look who I find. Hey, come here. Are you safe? Uh-oh. That's bad news. He's gonna start shooting me. I gotta kill him. Wait. Oh no! Oh, shoot! Okay, I hit my zombie villager 2 times with Sweeping Edge and a Sharpness 5 sword. He is lucky to be alive. But he's alive. I don't think he can reach me. I'll help him out a little bit here. Yes, you're excited to see me. I don't want to jump down there because that might kill him. We're going to take the long way. Just follow me. Over this bridge. Get rid of your friend. We're almost home. You want to try to keep them out of each other's boats. You don't want 2 villagers, 2 zombies in a boat. I can't get over there without him going into the other boat. I need my axe. I know, I know. Okay, go this way. I'm gonna have him approach from this side. Let me run down here, get my inventory sorted. Yeah, I'll need my axe maybe. Alright, follow me. I want them together but in separate boats, because I want to cure them with 1 splash potion. So I need them kind of close. Perfect. Alright, let's do the curing. So to cure a zombie villager, you need to give them the weakness effect. You can do that with a splash potion of weakness. You can also do it with weakness arrows, which is what I use later game, once I get Dragon's Breath. And I need my golden apples as well. Alright, splash and apple. Fantastic. Okay, let's close up the base because we don't need to be running around anymore. And then we'll build them a breeding room. I'll just build it right against that wall there. I typically do a 5-wide hallway with beds on either side. Sort of 1 aisle down the middle. You need to be 3 blocks tall, otherwise they won't breed. Let's dig this out. And I want to do a sort of an aisle of slabs down the middle between the beds. And then let's put glass here, because I like to see their progress. Grab our beds. And Perfect timing. They are both cured. I need to know what time it is. I use mini HUD. I'm going to turn off coordinates so I can turn on mini HUD and show you guys. One of the info lines I like is this daytime modulus 24,000. It shows that it's 18,000 o'clock, which is midnight basically. Anytime I work with villagers, I need to know what time it is because that affects their AI. I need to make some trapdoors and a fence gate. And when they wake up, I want them to start breeding, so let's give them some bread. I only brought one stack. That will not be enough, but as soon as I get a farmer, I can buy more bread from him. Just make sure they pick it up. They'll pick up bread when they're sleeping. Okay, next we want to continue working on the hall, and I need a lot of trapdoors. Every villager will have a trapdoor behind him and in front of him. I'm going to have 24 villagers. That means I need a total of 48 trapdoors. Go into the hallway, and from behind, place a trapdoor down at every spot here. And then to get them to go into their positions, all you need to do is place a workstation behind that trapdoor. No rails or anything fancy needed. Just pay attention to the time of day and they'll do the right thing. I'm going to build a water source. Every good base needs an infinite water source, and I like to build it in conjunction with the brewing setup because you need water to brew. So I use 2 upside down stairs to make a little table and put the brewing stones on it like that. Alright, I've been away for a while. Villagers have consumed all of the bread. That's as many as they can breed without more bread. And I've got a base full of golems, which are annoying, but that's just the fact of life. It's 6 o'clock, or 6,000 o'clock, which means basically noon. So perfect time to have them come out and take their job. So they'll, go up to their workstation to pair with it, and then they wander around a little bit, but then they settle back. And so all you got to do is place the trapdoor in front of them, and they will be there forever. You want to be careful. You don't want to lock in all of them because 2 of them have to go back into the breeding room and make more babies. So I'm going to do a quick count here. I've got none in there. One guy wants to be a cleric. And these guys are all locked. And I've got 2 here. So I'm going to lock 1 more. And then as soon as it's nighttime, they'll go back into their bedroom and we can lock them in. I think I want to take care of the golems now. So I'm going to use some tough blocks as a good temporary block. I want to trap one of them near the breeding room. If there is a golem within 16 blocks, they can't summon another one. So the only reason we have more than one is because they wander around, and if they wander 16 blocks away from the villagers, then they'll summon another one. So push this guy into here, and then I'll kill the rest, and that should take care of our golem problem. So be very careful when killing these guys. They're very strong and powerful. But most importantly, you don't want to accidentally hit a villager because then they'll all attack you at once and you will not survive that. Like, that was pretty dangerous. That villager was kind of close to the golem. He could have gotten hit by Sweeping Edge. I thought he was going to come closer, but he's not gonna. All right, I'm keeping an eye on the clock. It's 10,000. At 12,000, they're going to go to bed. So I just need to wait a little bit. I think while I'm waiting, I'll move the workstations from behind to in front. So let's go back here and pick these up. I want a farmer workstation in the first position because we need bread. And I haven't removed theirs yet from behind, so I'll leave them alone. And that wandering guy, he is associated with one of these workstations. I'm trying to get him to come out of there, so I put a tough block behind him so he won't keep trying to pathfind back through that hallway. And yeah, there he goes. So now they're going to bed. The AI is different on Paper MC servers. There's what they call the villager activation range, which means if the player is not within a very small number of blocks of the villager, then their AI runs extremely slowly, so slowly that they won't even get into bed. All right, so now I want to demonstrate how to roll a villager. There's this reluctance after they disassociate with a job site. They won't take another job, and there's a way around that by placing a job block immediately or before you break their currently associated job block. They'll switch to it immediately. And so I'm going back and forth between farmer and villager here to get the farmer I want. The farmer that I want is one who will sell me bread and buy carrots. So that's wheaten bread. Don't want that. We can just keep going back and forth. Just out of curiosity, I'm seeing what his book offer is, but I'm not going to take it no matter, well, unless it's really good, I guess. There aren't that many farmer combinations. There it is. Carrots and bread. I brought some emeralds. Early game, you will not have a stack of emerald blocks. It's a whole other challenge to get the emeralds you need to build this hall. So usually I'll also build some sort of farm growing either carrots or melons and pumpkins. And I'll use that to supply the emeralds I need. All right, toss in the bread. They should breed up. While they're sleeping, I am going to do some brewing. We need a lot of weakness potions. So I want to fill up a chest almost full with splash potions. One of these guys is one of my original cured zombies, so he's giving me discounts. So he's one of the ones that was one of the first two that I caught and cured. So I'm going to go ahead and try to roll him for good books. Just break the block or place the workstation and then break it to get him to switch until you get the books you want. At this stage, I will only be taking level 3 and 4 books if they're 21 emeralds or less before discounts, or a level 5 book if they're 41 emeralds or less before discount. And that's because on this server, on Lifesteal SMP, they allow you to stack curings, which is the vanilla Minecraft way. Other servers like Donut do not allow that, so you only get the discount once. So you can get a permanent 20 emerald discount with one curing, and you can't get more. By the way, this is going to be changed in Minecraft 1.21 so that the default behavior is going to be you only get the 20 emerald discount from the first curing, and subsequent curings will not add on to that discount. So for that reason, I really want all my prices 21 or below, because that will give you the book for 1 emerald at the end, after you cure them once, and that's a permanent discount. So The discount is higher right after you cure them because there's a reputation advantage at the same time. But after that wears off, it'll be down to just the 20 emerald discount. And I always like to max out the villagers after I roll them for their first book. The reason is you get these bonus enchants. You can see this villager I'm trading with now. We started with Feather Falling 4, but then also got Looting 3 for a good price. And so I like to max them out just because you never know what bonus enchants you're going to get, and you don't want to waste a second villager on Looting 3 because we got that as a bonus enchantment from this guy. Buy some lanterns here because we'll use those to not just to max them out, but we can use them to decorate our base. And then glass is actually a pretty efficient way to max their XP. It gives you, I think with 8 glasses you can fill up their XP for a level. So I'm placing a lantern every other villager spot, and then I can pick up the torches that are on the ground. Alright, so some time has passed, and I have gotten a villager in every spot along this wall. They're not cured yet, so I want to show you how I cure them all. So let's do that now. You will need your temporary blocks. I like to use tough because it's easy to break. And you'll need your golden apples and lots of splash potions. Let's go behind them and break the block that is normally behind each villager. This will give access to the zombie to kill your villager. You can hear our zombie is excited. I know. Alright, let's let him out. It is 13,000 o'clock, which is about an hour after sunset, so the nighttime is a good time to do curing because the local difficulty goes up at night, and that makes mobs more hostile. He is not coming out. So sometimes you gotta encourage them. I'm gonna run down the hallway and lure him towards the villagers. Hey, dude. Now, you want to make sure he can't see you. That's why I closed all of these trapdoors here. If he can see a player, the zombie is going to target the player and not the villager. Where is he? I hear him. Oh, excellent. Started at the front. Now, as soon as he leaves, he's there. You want to replace the block behind the villager. One, you can sort of keep track of who's been infected and cured, if this process takes a long time. But also, you don't want the zombie to kill the villager after he comes back from curing. Alright. He's making good progress. And now that I've got 3 together, I can splash the one in the middle and cure the 2 next to him. Because you can cure 3 with 1 splash potion, I usually make my villager haul in multiples of 3. So this one's 12. I can do the whole thing with 4 splash potions. Alright, where is he now? He's still going. So as soon as he moves away, I can put that block there. If I open the trapdoor while he's still there, he'll target me and he won't leave. Where is he? Oh, there he is. I'm going to close his door so he doesn't go back into his room. I want him to stay in the hall until his job is complete. Sometimes, maybe I'm crazy or not, but I'll open a trap door to sort of maybe trigger his pathfinding to update and maybe move, but it's not working right now. So I'm going to break the workstation and walk back there. Oh, no, he's moving. He's moving. So you can open these two trap doors and walk back there and actually lure him to the spot you need him to be at if you want to. Hello, can you see me? Oh, good, he's gone. I can do this group of 3 now. And that's it, they're all done. So let's get him back in his room. Hey, come here. Yes. Alright, let's fix this guy's block. I can't see. Give him his workstation back. And cure them. So I need these 3. Alright, that's how you cure your villagers. You can do that as many times as you want, but like I said, in future versions of Minecraft, it's only going to be useful to cure them once. Another good use of this zombie, though, is to infect a villager you want to kill. You don't want to just murder a villager in front of the other villagers. That'll ruin your reputation. But if you make the zombie do it, and then you kill the zombie villager, nobody cares. So that's a good trick, too. Alright, last we're just going to show you a montage of rolling for good books. Alright, so I'll just show you the end result of all of that work. We've gotten a lot of good books. In about 16 villagers, I got every book needed to make maxed armor, swords, and tools. I didn't bother with bow, crossbow, trident, fishing rod, enchantments, but you know, you can get those if you want. You do what you want. Only 2 books I didn't get for a good price, and that was Efficiency 5 and Blast Prot 4. So those had to be cured a second time. All right, that's it. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. If you want to see more like this, go ahead and like and subscribe, and I might make more. Otherwise, come join me on lifestealsmp.com. I'll see you there.